Mecca's doing?
Very important. Especially we've got no lifesaver for Muslim people, especially women Muslim people. No lifesaver. That's very important for Australia. Good advertise for a Muslim people.
You need to advertise, you think?
Yeah, especially in this day, yes.
Why?
Yes, because everybody hates a Muslim.
In trying to dispel hatred towards Muslims, Mecca isn't just up against other Australians' preconceptions. At least as big a problem are some of her own religious leaders.
As we go to air tonight, Muslim leaders are meeting in Sydney to decide the fate of Sheikh Taj al-Din al-Hilali. One of the country's most prominent Islamic clerics, he provoked a storm of outrage today with his comments about women. Among the allegations that he likened some women to uncovered meat and said they were to blame for rape.
The idea that women are to blame for rapes is preposterous. It's an appalling concept.
This is about inciting to rape, inciting Islamic men to rape on the grounds that it's not their fault.
Sheikh al-Hilali's speech makes news and sparks anger around the world. It's a severe blow to Dr. Rifi's efforts to show how moderate most Muslims are. The doctor and the sheikh have been friends for more than 10 years, but Dr. Rifi cuts his mate loose in prime time on every channel.
Australian society has passed its judgments. We have passed our judgments. He makes the right decision, or otherwise we will never be able to heal the rift that he has caused. Hilali, retire.
It's been a circus out there. I just hope I delivered the right message. And I have no doubt I've done the right thing. One of my problems was, if we're gonna go ahead with our project, to go with the ladies in the burkini, they are covered to going down. If someone is gonna come out there and say, why are you wearing this one? Are you afraid that's actually maybe eaten by a cat? We needed to put a stop to that. Our ladies that don't get covered because they're afraid of cats. They're covered because it is God's word for them to do so.
The storm over the Sheikh's speech puts even more pressure on Muslim women and the hijab. It makes tougher what's already a difficult choice for trainee lifesaver Malak.
A girl has more pressure than a boy because, you know, we have to wear the headscarf, the hijab. But I don't obviously wear one, but it's an issue, you know, it's an issue. But I don't feel emotionally ready for it, you know, because like the conflict that's happening between Cronulla, you know, everyone has lots of opinions about people that wear scarves, and it's just, I don't think if I was on the street, you know, if I get yelled at or something, I don't think I'd be ready for it.
It's never been harder to be Muslim and Australian. Mecca's scarf proclaims her acceptance of Islamic law. But the way she interprets the dress code is very Australian.
It depends what the individual's definition of modesty. Some people may find that modesty is just covering, or, you know, covering without attracting attention, because that's also, you know, part of being modest. But it shouldn't. I mean...
What's your interpretation?
You know, being modest without attracting attention, but that definitely shouldn't stop you from just, you know, enjoying a bit of colour and style.
That's very nice. Try this one.
Oh, maybe not. I like scarves with a shine through it. I think that's enough.
If she's to become a lifesaver, Mecca must further compromise her religion. Strictly, she isn't allowed to touch men outside of her own family.
In lifesaving, there will be some contact. You know, I can't pretty much say, oh, I don't want to go save that person because he's a guy, I can't touch him. There are considerations when it comes to life and death. You know, there's there aren't going to be any of, intentions other than pretty much saving that person's life. So I think it'll be pretty much a sin on you if you didn't take that responsibility in saving somebody's life.
Three weeks into the course, the young Muslim's goal of becoming lifesavers at Cronulla risks failing because of poor swimming. Mecca and the other weak swimmers get some basic lessons.
We need to get the basics right. They definitely can float, but they're not doing it properly.
That's right, we want them to float in the direction in which we want them to travel.
Yeah.
Now face down and blow out, and turn to the side to breathe. That's it, and try at the same time to hang onto the wall.
Okay.
Good. Good. And how we kick is with a straight leg, your toes pointed in a real narrow fashion.
The 1 year anniversary of Cronulla is up and coming in 10 days. I'm hoping there will be positive publicity. I'm hoping what we are doing, it shows the right image. I'm hoping that will give the right environment for the media. So, hang on. What happened last year was an aberration, is not the norm. What's happening through this project is the norm.
Since the start of the course, Dr. Reefy's tirelessly promoted the trainee Muslim lifesavers to the press. By the anniversary of the riots, he's spun a rare Muslim good news story. It attracts media from around the world.
Vomited, roll them over, lift the head up off the ground.
The idea of what we're doing right now is to show that the Cronulla community has been welcoming to us. We've been working very cooperatively and harmoniously. The majority, or I would say the whole Australian community, they don't get access to us Muslims apart from through our spokespeople. And it is your day today. And hopefully you won't let us down.
Whoever asks you a question, if you can look at Ella. Okay, we rolling? Yep.
So Sam, what have you learned about the beach and what to do down here?
A lot. They've taught us about rips and currents. We've learned a lot about CPR, first aid, and so far it's been really enjoyable. I've enjoyed it a lot.
How important do you think it is in, getting things back to normal down here?
The way I see it, Australians are very forgiving, and while I've been down here, everybody's been normal.
You'd think they're the only people in the world that's ever done a life-saving course. It's like it's a stage show. Other people don't do this parading. This is a circus. It's going to be interesting to see how they swim.
After their press call, Tony sets the squad some much-needed board practice. They're meant to be able to haul a drowning person on board and paddle them back safely to shore. But they lose control and drift between the flags.
Message to all the boat riders, make sure you move either north or south away from the flagged area, thank you.
I want everybody back here now. Maui! Alright guys, listen up and listen carefully. I'm not prepared to put the public at risk with you people with boards out there again. Alright? You're training to be lifesavers here, not trying to kill people. Does everybody see what that sign says there? It says surfcraft prohibited. All surfcraft, that includes boards, down that way. Those flags there are for swimmers, not for boards. What we're going to do is learn some basic surf skills. How to actually look back at the beach every now and again, get out of the places where you're going to kill people, move into a safe area, then come back. Now, what have we done to ourselves? We can't put you back on the water like this. You just injure yourself further, and we need you to get through this. We'll see if we can get you a bandage.
Mecca's sprained ankle marks a low point for Muslim lifesaving. Now almost halfway through the course, many of the squad's surf skills are still far from bronze medallion standard, and Mecca won't be able to train for at least a week.
I am upset that I'm missing out. It's quite easy to be persuaded not to do it. It's very easy. You can just look at the surf and think, oh, maybe not today. I love the water, I love the beach, but I don't know. I really don't know what experience made me fear the water, but it's definitely starting to grow. Oh, just staying underwater for a long time. Yeah, so I have a fear of water, but now it's just growing. I may not necessarily be capable of becoming a lifesaver.
Cronulla's waves threaten Mecca's hopes, but political pressure is growing for her to succeed.
The Prime Minister has been accused of discrimination for identifying a section of the Muslim community as being slow to accept Australian ways.
In a letter to a Sydney newspaper, John Howard says, "It's an undeniable fact that some who have come here are resisting integration. There are pockets of this resistance in different migrant groups, but it is perhaps most visible at this time in a small section of the Islamic community."
The trainee lifesavers are doing exactly what the Prime Minister says he wants from Muslim Australians. But that's not enough for some surf club members.
Particularly disappointing that, a couple of club members from this club that are nothing but negative about people having a go. Of course, they don't fit their role model. It's not racism in a sense, it's just defeatism. Because they're not white Anglo-Saxon or within their clique or drink beer or stand at the club and have a bit of a yarn, they're not required, not wanted. It's disgraceful.
They're try lines.
Since the arrival of the Muslim trainees at Cronulla, white lifesavers have been urged to do cultural sensitivity training. Lessons in political correctness some find hard to take.
Because it's a surf club, you still have the fun where Pommies are bloody Pommies and the Kiwis are bloody Kiwis as well. We also go up to them and the whole time we go, "Hey, you stupid Kiwi," have a bit of fun, but apparently that's racist now as well, so that's why we hold this cultural awareness course. I wasn't actually sure what the intention was. Apparently it was to get the whole community aware of cultural background, but it didn't follow through in the end. In the end, I think a lot of people actually left. Actually, I was one of them. Everything's racist now. Apparently, as I said, using an Asian descriptive word, yeah, it's descriptive now, and I've now got to go back and check if they're Japanese or if they're Korean or if they're someone else. There's still going to be male or female, there's still going to be drowning, so you're still got to use it as a descriptive word.
If you're calling for assistance, you want to make sure they know you need help. You really want to be waving that arm frantically like this, side to side.
Over the next 6 weeks, with much help from their patient trainers, the squad begins to master the skills they'll need to pass the bronze medallion test.
There has been a couple of comments made to me about are these guys getting an easier run or not? And not so long ago, like about a week or two ago, somebody asked me when they'll be ready to be assessed, and I said, we'll probably do it at Cronulla early in January. And the comment was, so they'll do it at Cronulla where there's no waves, of course. So at that point, I decided they're not doing the assessment at Cronulla. But there's no way known they'll be doing it in flat conditions. They'll be doing it just as hard as everybody else.